Hi.
Yeah, she's in bed now.
I mean, she could get charged with child porn.
Who, she can? She's 11 years old.
She's creating it, right?
She's 11 years old.
Doesn't matter. She's still making porn.
No, she's not. She's being manipulated by a grown-ass adult on the
Is
internet.
she taking pictures now?
You guys have a nice evening.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha. In this episode, this is probably going to be for Daphne. We go back and forth in the Instagram DMs about who's crazier, black people or white people. And while some black people do outlandish shit, however, white people have us beat. Just like maybe in the street department, we got them beat. So white people got us beat. First story, as y'all just seen that video, the police showed up to the dad's house claiming that the girl was making child porn. Now, this is crazy because usually it's the other way around. It's the person collecting the child porn from children or whatever the fuck, right? Manipulating them online, stealing it from the dark web, or even taking it in person manually. But in this case, the little girl, 11 years old, was taking naked pictures or nasty, lewd, lascivious pictures. I don't know how she even got that idea. I'm assuming her dad came to the door to talk to the police, but I'm just going to leave it right there. We're not going to assume anything. However, the cop was telling the man that she could arrest his daughter for making CP. The dad tried to defend the girl, saying that some grown man was online confusing her or manipulating her to make the CP, and they should probably see about him. Now, if it was me, I'll bust the whole damn family. I would have came in there like John Wayne. The little girl getting arrested. If they arresting black kids as young as 10, 9 years old for what they arrested a little one boy for taking the garbage out, if they could do that, they should arrest this little girl. And on top of all that, I'm a big proponent on arresting little children that are online doing slick ass shit. Because sometimes, while there are some creepy ass predatory grown-ups doing stuff like this, sometimes you have bad seed children that do stuff like this. I've never been one of those people that believe that children are innocent. And no, some of these motherfuckers are corrupted. They've seen some shit. They've been exposed to it. And they grow a brain and they are Chucky kids. I call them demon seeds. Because they be just doing shit that they ain't got no business doing. They need their ass whipped, right? So, fuck that. You need to arrest the kid. I would arrest the dad for facilitating it, right? Because he the one that paid the cable bill. So you getting arrested. 2, you not monitoring your kid on social media. You get arrested for that. And the little kid would have got arrested. You going to YA. I don't give a fuck. Everybody going to jail. The mom in the house, she going to jail. I'm one of those people. I believe if your kid take a gun to school and shoot people, shoot 20 motherfuckers, you need to go to jail too. The kid, if they don't smoke they self after going through with a carbine or SKG or AR-15, we locking them up and then we locking you up. You're a negligent parent. Right? That's why they got CPS, because sometimes the parents be negligent and the kids be negligent. The kids be doing shit they ain't got no business doing. When I was 12, we used to smoke weed, run away, all types of crazy stuff. I had friends that at 12 years old, they was gang banging. They was selling crack. They was breaking into houses. Everybody go to jail. That's one point for crazy shit, because the little girl was making CP. But then we got this woman right here, which is, I had to do this one because Daphne's Australian and this woman's Australian. She's a Australian news reporter. It says that Australian journalist Kirsten Drysdale is currently in a newborn bliss bubbly, having recently welcomed her 3rd child with her husband Chris. I don't know why they didn't give Chris his last name. There's just one problem. Her son's name is Methamphetamine Rules. The New South Wales Australian Registry of Births, Deaths and Marriages let the name slip through the cracks during the submission process despite the offensive terms being prohibited. That's crazy. I didn't even know there was offensive terms you couldn't name your kid. However, this silly ass white woman, this is crazy on so many fronts, but I'm going to narrow it down. This is crazy because she was actually doing it to see what was the most offensive thing that she could name her kid so it would get kicked out so that the system can name her kid. Judging by this woman right here, blonde hair and crooked smile, she looked like she a little off. And I always am a firm believer of when people show you the fuck they are, believe them. This bitch looked like she was a former meth head. Now she looks like she's about 34, 35 years old, but we don't know what she was doing in her heyday when she was 21. She looked, judging from that crooked ass smile, she probably was hitting the pipe or sniffing some type of substance. The fact that her and her husband thought it was funny, as they say, to name their kid Methamphetamine Rules and to see if it'd get kicked out the system, so that they could get a carbon copy generic ass name for their child. Smells like she used to be a meth head. I'm just gonna put that out there. And because the Golden Isle, as they like to call it, in Melbourne, Australia, used to be a hotbed for meth back in 1991, 2, 7, 2002, and 2005, at least according to the Underbelly series on, it used to be on Netflix. I'm going to assume that she used to be a dope head, because this shit ain't funny. This alerted the authorities, to which they started to investigate the woman and found out she was a reporter, and they leaned off of her. That was the only reason this bitch did get investigated and arrested, because she had an occupation that looked like she was an upstanding citizen. Fuck that. Once again, if I'm the police or law enforcement, we going in there handcuffing everybody, even the newborn. Now, I probably wouldn't have arrested the newborn. The newborn was going to CPS. If it was me, they're going to an orphanage. I don't give a fuck. Why are you naming your kid Methamphetamine Rules? You could have named the kid Crackhead and seen if that got kicked out. You put Methamphetamine Rules. That looked like that was something that she used to say while she was smoking the pipe. Yeah, everybody need to go to jail. This is just another instance of white privilege, right? This is in another country, but white nation no less. And they let them get away with all types of shit. They talking about the names slipped through the cracks. The nigga must have been tired that was looking at names. You can read. They even went as far as the cover story to say that maybe the person looking at the names thought it was a Greek name. What the fuck Greek name is methamphetamine? I've heard of Aphrodite. I've heard of Leonidas. Hell, I even heard of Hercules or Zeus. What the fuck does methamphetamine got to do with Greek names? Daphne's Greek, so maybe she can tell us. In any event, that's another point. So at this point, white people was up, according to my tally, doing this show within the last 8 months. They up motherfucking 9. That's literally like one crazy point a month, give or take. In any event, if you like this episode, if you haven't subscribed, you need to do that. Turn the notifications on. Also, don't be leaving me comments if you're not going to subscribe. I read all them shits, but I will block your ass for harassing me, you bitch. In any event, I'm out.
No one's ready.